Long, long ago, in a dense and vibrant forest, there lived two ants named Timmy and Tommy. These ants were known far and wide for their cleverness and pride in their intelligence. Timmy was a meticulous planner, always thinking 3 steps ahead, while Tommy was quick to solve problems on the spot. One warm summer day, as they were wandering near a muddy riverbank, they stumbled upon a peculiar sight. Stuck in the mud, flapping its wings helplessly, was a young bird. It was chirping frantically, unable to free itself from the sticky grip of the mud.
Look, Tommy, there's a bird in trouble. We must help it immediately.
Tommy nodded, but a thought crossed his mind.
I wonder how it got stuck there. Birds usually don't land in such a muddy place.
Maybe it was just an accident, but that doesn't matter now. We need to think of a way to save it.
Timmy and Tommy sat down to brainstorm. After a few moments, Timmy had an idea.
Let's find a long twig and push it under the bird. It can use the twig as leverage to lift itself out.
Tommy wasn't convinced.
I don't think that will work. The bird is too weak to use a twig. We need to come up with something better. Are you saying you're smarter than me?
Timmy retorted, his antennae twitching with irritation.
Let's try my idea first. You'll see it will work.
As they argued, a wise old turtle named Tuga approached.
What are you two bickering about?
Tuga asked in his slow, deliberate voice.
We're trying to save the bird stuck in the mud. I'm going to push a twig under it so it can get out.
Tuga shook his head slowly.
No. That bird is not stuck there by accident. It has been causing trouble in the forest, stealing food and disturbing nests. The other animals pushed it into the mud as a punishment.
I don't believe in such punishments. We can't just leave it to suffer. Everyone deserves a chance to change.
Do as you wish, but be careful. Actions have consequences.
Timmy and Tommy thanked Tuga and proceeded with their plan. Timmy found a long twig and carefully pushed it under the bird. But as Tommy had predicted, the bird was too weak to use the twig.
I knew it wouldn't work. That's why I brought this leaf. We can place it under the bird and then we can both pull it out.
Before Timmy could respond, a rabbit named Ruby hopped over.
Why are you helping that bird?
Ruby asked, her voice trembling with emotion.
It has destroyed my burrow and stolen my food. That's why we put it in the mud. If you free it, it will only cause more trouble.
We can't judge the bird forever for its past actions. It might change if given a second chance.
Ruby sighed and left, clearly upset, but soon she returned with more forest animals, each with their own grievances against the bird.
Please don't free the bird. It has taken my acorns.
It chased my children.
Timmy and Tommy listened to all the complaints but remained resolute.
We believe everyone deserves a chance to make amends.
Tommy nodded in agreement.
Let's get the bird out and see if it can change.
Together, they placed the large leaf under the bird and started pulling with all their might. Slowly, the bird began to lift from the mud. The other animals watched in silence, some shaking their heads in disapproval. Finally, with one last tug, the bird was free. It stood there, covered in mud, looking at the ants and the gathered animals. For a moment, there was complete silence.
You're free now. We hope you will make better choices.
The bird looked around, its eyes filled with gratitude and a hint of shame. It nodded slowly and flew away, disappearing into the trees. Days passed, and the forest returned to its usual rhythm. The animals went about their lives, but the story of the ants and the bird lingered. Some were skeptical, while others were hopeful that the bird might change. Then one day, Timmy and Tommy noticed something unusual. The bird, now clean and looking healthy, was helping an injured butterfly find food. It carefully placed seeds and small berries near the butterfly, watching over it protectively. The forest animals saw this too, and their opinions began to shift. The bird, once a troublemaker, was now showing kindness and remorse. Timmy and Tommy's hearts swelled with pride.
We did the right thing.
Sometimes all it takes is a little kindness and faith to bring out the good in others.
From that day on, the bird became a helper in the forest, earning the trust and friendship of the other animals. And Timmy and Tommy, the clever ants, learned that true intelligence lies not just in solving problems, but in showing compassion and giving second chances. And so, the forest thrived in harmony, with its creatures living and learning together, understanding that everyone has the potential to change for the better. This story teaches us that true intelligence and wisdom come from compassion and understanding. By giving others a chance to change, we can transform lives and create a more harmonious world.